All right, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of Smokin FIYA. I'm your host, at least one of your co-hosts, LK the God, the deity, the mogul. I'm here with some wonderful and wondrous friends of mine. But first, we would like to tell everybody to follow us on all our social platforms. Follow FIYASquad on IG, actually FIYA.squad on IG. Follow FIYASquad NCWK on Twitter and FIYASquad Network on YouTube. Subscribe, leave a comment, leave a like. Also, try our sponsor, Phenomenon Cocktails. Put in the code FIYA to get 20% off on all products. We tried some of their cider, warm cider, yes. Nate, how did you feel about the warm cider, the hot cider?
Really good. It was very good. Very good. Very good.
I didn't tell anybody, but after I drank the hot cider, I went home and went crazy on some turkey burgers. Like it made me go in the house and eat some turkey burgers. I burnt them. Yeah, so that's Phenomenon Cocktails. All right, now to my co-host. I am here with C Jizzle, live from Liberty Sizzle, aka Puffco Poppy. What you puffing on today, champ?
A vape card today. I'm toning it down. I'm gonna save the dabs for when I come back home on Friday. You know
vape card.
Give the Puffco a break. You know what I'm saying? I'm hearing about crazy strains back in the DMV, so I'm gonna save my smoke for that. I got this Queso Pero cart from Grow Healthy. Queso Pero is a super weird strain because it's like a cross between like blue cheese and or like UK cheese and like Star Dog, like two opposite like strains, like an indica, a Farlina indica and a sativa, but like it's got a nice little balance to it. It tastes weird as fuck though. I'm not gonna fake. It's an it's a weird terp like combination. So it's like it does taste like a cheese like Queso Pero. You taste like the UK cheese, but it's like it's weird. I don't know if it's good or bad. It's just weird, but it gets you high. So.
Hey, that's the point.
That's all that counts.
That's all that counts. Also, we have Guad Aiden, aka P Coat Low. He doesn't have a P coat on right now because he's in the house.
Not right now.
But when he leaves out the bat cave, he will have a P coat on and he will be flapping the wings of the P coat and flying around your local neighborhood in Temple Hills.
Better.
Also, you can hit him on the Cut app to set up haircut appointments because he's the best barber in the city.
Hey, look, I'm gonna put it out there right quick. Don't hit me on the Cut app like shit. It's like, no, let me stop.
Hey, hell of a marketing plan. Lastly, we have Nick at Night, Wesley Snipes, Sniper Lee on location. On location with a beautiful hoodie.
Hey man, I'll be out here, cuz.
Yes.
Bro. You already know.
And we have assembled to talk some shit. Now, I want to start with what happened the other day when I went to a drive-through at McDonald's, right? So I go in a drive-through, I wanted to get some late night, probably some nuggets, fries, McFlurry, whatever. So I get to the window and they're like, "Oh, you paying with cash or card?" I'm like, "Nah, I got Google Pay." And they was like, "Google Pay?" And when I tell you, CJ, when I said I had Google Pay, they looked at me like I rode in the fucking drive-through riding a dragon. And I had a flaming sword in my hand. They was like, "Google Pay, what's that?" I'm like, "Well, it's the same thing as Apple Pay." They was like, "I never heard of that." Granted, these are kids, like let's say 15, 16, 17. And they was like, and there was two of them. They was like, "Oh, if this shit goes through, I'm gonna lose my mind." I'm like, "Dog, it's the same thing as Apple Pay. What is happening right now?"
I would have said the same thing. I'm trying to tell you.
I was like, "Dog, I feel like I'm getting roasted right now. I feel like this meal should be free. What is happening?"
You were.
I don't know.
You were being roasted.
Yeah, like I don't know if it's just marketing, but somehow androids have been associated with poverty, and like it's just all of a sudden.
Understand it, bro.
If you have an Android, niggas will just look down on you like you pulled out a Nokia or some shit. Like,
dog, what is it? What is it? I think
if your messages are green,
people,
I'm not talking to you.
I'm not gonna fake.
You talk
Even
to me
now,
all
like
the
I feel a
time.
certain
That's
type
a
of way if
lie.
I see
I
the
don't
messages
talk
green.
to you. I don't talk to you.
I hate green messages, bro.
I hate green messages, bro.
It is
I
so
do.
crazy because like
don't text me.
iPhone supremacy is crazy.
It don't right. The green messages
messages
don't even really change anything.
Don't
you know what I'm
text
saying?
me.
But like, it's just wild. It's like my phone don't like them, and the messages come through slower.
I can't even tell if you got the message or not.
So is that a deal breaker for you if you're dating someone? Would you not talk to them if they have an Android? Is that radical? That's crazy.
It's not a deal breaker, but like I will judge them low key.
They can't.
I'm gonna judge you.
FaceTime.
Nope.
They have Duo. They have everything that iPhone has. It's just not sexy.
They're gonna be like, let me call you on WhatsApp.
What's that? Okay, I don't even know what that is.
That's the little out the country jump.
Right.
Might as well use Zoom. You can use Zoom.
They gotta call you on Zoom or call you on WhatsApp. Like hell no.
So I feel accosted. Is fuck iPhone forever. I mean, I even considered getting an iPhone again because I had an iPhone. What was it? iPhone 3G, like the brick jump. Like it was like a brick. Yeah, and I was like, "Oh, this shit sucks," and I never went back to iPhone. But I'm like,
I mean,
it's
like
great.
you said,
I feel
they,
like
they really are the same. It's just like said, iPhone is just they've done such a good job of like synergizing their devices to make it like simple, but also like also a ripoff though, but also like really convenient.
Yes.
So it's just like it's like this balance. Like this is a good quality product, but it's also like overpriced, and it's also like really fucking a scam that all the accessories have to work specifically for this. Like when they did the whole bullshit on iPhone where you had to put in like a jack to put in your headphones, that was some bullshit, bro. Like for the wireless, like where it's just like, bro, like what the fuck you mean there's no more headphone jack? No, you got to get a jack.
You have to buy a separate adapter
like,
just to charge your phone and use the headphones at the same time. What is going on? What are you about to say, Nick?
You can't.
It being overpriced is what added to the status. Like if it was regular priced and readily available, then it wouldn't be a status symbol no more. It'd just be another phone. But because it's expensive as shit, it's all of a sudden like, okay,
it's the same.
Cool.
It's the same thing with Jordans. You're paying for a name. You're not paying for a product. You're paying for a name at that point.
Like,
like,
this
not even quality.
Are not better than Android
quality.
phones.
They're not.
Yeah,
they just have better PR.
Technically not.
What's the worst?
Technically they're not.
You know what's the worst thing on the planet, bro? When somebody with an Android send you a video.
Yeah, it sucks.
Little ass TV box. Like, what is this trash?
It sucks.
This pixelated ass video.
Yeah,
like, send this shit on Linux. What the fuck is this?
Right.
You know, just go ahead and send me that joint on Snapchat.
Yeah, that joint really sucks, bro.
I have 4 cameras on this phone right now. I'm not sure the quality of that's going to come behind it anyway. It's just a scam. Like I don't know. I don't know why we have 4 cameras if all of them are ass. Like what is? I don't understand the point. But I do feel like the mammals who got iPhones now are the same Bama's who had Blackberries. And I remember how niggas acted when they had Blackberries. Oh my God.
I had a Blackberry.
Exactly.
I used to love my Blackberry.
My mom had one.
I love my Blackberry.
Because when Bama's had Blackberries, they would say, I'm going to hit you on my Blackberry.
They don't even say phone, bro.
What some weird phone phases. Remember the fucking Nextel phases, bro, where everybody had a goddamn walkie-talkie and shit?
Listen, I remember the Nextel Jones, they had a button on the side of it that made the screen pop out at 90 miles per hour. Like, I remember.
Used to hear
them
that
Jones were like fucking
like,
indestructible and shit. Them Jones will survive a nuclear blast and shit.
Yeah, I miss them indestructible phones.
I do, though. I miss them Jones. Them Jones was tight. I ain't never had one, but I've always seen it, though.
Y'all supposed to have waterproof iPhones now, right? Or is that just another scam that they
It's water resistant. It's water resistant. There's a difference between waterproof and
water
resistant.
If it rains, the iPhone gonna act up. iPhones have no security whatsoever.
Yeah, I feel like
you drop that joint without a hard case and your phone shatters. Like you gotta
I'm about to say that. I feel like they're intentionally fragile, so you have to buy cases and otter boxes and all this shit.
Of course.
Bingo.
That's what makes it. That's what makes it like more of a thing. Like you gotta buy accessories and shit.
Get the extra insurance on it and shit because you
Yeah.
know you're gonna crack that jump.
We can't keep coming up with the same thing every year because then you're gonna have the same charger every year. We gotta update the charger now. Now we gotta update the headphones. Now we gotta update the charger port.
I tell you what about the Nextels. Like I'm a consistently hard sleeper, but the Nextel phones is so loud that it would wake you up out your sleep with the vibrate. Not even a ringtone, the vibrate.
Yeah, because the phone like 50 pounds.
The jump would jump off the table, vibrating.
Hey, the ringtone era with Nextels was unmatched.
That's true. You playing a whole like low quality MP3 off that jump.
Man, what? You could play a whole jump walking down the hallway. Like, yeah. It always be so funny.
I remember my first cell phone, like we didn't even have ringtones. They just had the sounds. Like if you want to like kiss me through the phone, they'd be like ding dong, ding 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 dong, ding 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 dong for $4. For $4.
Ooh. Those are some cheesy times, boy, I tell you.
Oh, I did get my my first cell phone taken because I ran up the bill buying mobile games. Like I bought like a King Kong video game and it was ass, but I was like, oh man, nobody's going to be responsible for this. My mother was like, $800. What the hell? You never get the cell phone again. And I didn't get a cell phone until I bought one.
Hell no.
Man, that's the first mobile games was a wild time, bro.
Snake.
Snake. Yeah, I was just about to say Snake.
Snake. I definitely spent some bread on a mobile game before my first go. I was like, y'all can play video games on the go like shit. And you guys sit down and you gotta be in the house.
What got my phone taken was going over the little text messages. We all had a certain amount of text messages a month. And man, me and my sister used to go over. I'm trying to say we used to beg my mother for unlimited, but we kept going over. So we kind of forced her hand to get unlimited. But man, like we used to crush that junk. That little monthly total, oh man.
What was the monthly total? Like 100 messages?
I think we all had 50 apiece or something like that. It was like 50 apiece. But it was like, you in high school though, like you ain't really, this is like in the beginning stages of text. You still hitting certain numbers four times to get one letter. It's like in the beginning stages. So it's like you're not really sending, like my mother, like you don't have that.
Not really getting shorties like that anyway.
Yeah, my mother looking at me like, you nigga, who the fuck is you texting? Like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is going on?
I wish I had somebody to run his bill over on shit.
Was finding shit to run that shit over on. Like man, what the fuck?
All right. Let's go to music. What are your top picks of the week? What y'all listening to? What's in your playlist right now?
What is in my playlist?
A lot of Young Jeezy. Young Jeezy has not dropped the album, Nate. Relax.
I know, right? I don't listen to nothing but old shit. I still listen to old shit. Like I don't even listen to nothing new.
Summer Walker came out. Silk Sonic came out. Fat Trail just got released from prison.
I did hear about the Summer Walker album. I feel like a lot of females are out here, following in her footsteps, and she's looking like a fool basically. Because I heard the nigga got like what? He's getting like the AR or something. Like he's getting like the money for the songs and shit. And it's like, like you're voicing your opinion on some songs that your baby father's getting paid or that you're talking about. So I don't know, man.
I would have to go listen to the album because I did love the first album. Like for real. There was a lot of great beats, a lot of good written songs on it, John. Like it's a classic album, the last one. So I would have to listen to it. Listen to the next one.
I never listened to the first one.
Oh, that shit hard, bro. Like even as a nigga, dog, you will get it. That joint had you in your feelings. Like you gonna call shorty like, stop fucking playing me. You gonna call shorty like, stop fucking playing me.
Walker joint?
Yeah.
Man, get that out of here.
What? Okay, I didn't listen to the new one. I'm talking about the old one.
I'm talking about the old joint.
Yeah, I haven't listened to the new one. I haven't listened to either one.
She over there being sad girl on that joint.
Yeah, basically.
They love that shit.
Getting her drizzy on.
Yeah.
They love that toxic sad girl shit. Fuck that nigga music. They love that shit.
really do. They really do.
That's their bag.
And they get on Twitter. They get on Twitter and just tweet away.
As soon as the album came out, there were multiple women driving 100 miles per hour down 95, blasting some walker, ready to go run a nigga over. Like, that's just what it is. All right.
Got me fucked up.
All right. Next bit of music news. We have this is actually nigga news, actually. A lady pissing on stage.
Oh yeah, shorty. Yeah, that was wild.
Happened right up
I
the
don't
street,
have all the
Daytona.
details. Oh, it's in Daytona. Let's get a live look in at CJ. CJ was at the show.
I was not at the show.
He was close to the stage. He was close to the stage.
I was not.
Wow.
So who wants to break down the situation? Can somebody please explain it?
I'll break it down. I saw this shit on Twitter, and it was probably like the funniest, just the funniest shit I've seen all week. Because like this band is like a cover band. They're not even like they're like a big cover band, but apparently they're like an all brass cover band. So they do like rock, brass, like so they're doing like Rage Against the Machine covers and shit. And this chick, I guess the lead singer got like so drunk. There was this dude in the crowd. I've seen other videos of him on Twitter. Just this creepy fucking dude who's just in the crowd, super lit. And apparently he ended up on stage and she was just like, hey, fuck this guy. I'm just gonna like piss on his face or some shit. And then people was like, what? And mind you, this is like a cover band. So this is not a metal show. This is not like a crazy hype. These are just people like chilling, like old middle-aged people like chilling. This is not the show to be like, let's do some metal Ozzy Osbourne shit. I'm gonna like go pee on somebody on like it was totally not the appropriate venue, even if you were wilding. So she was just like at this mild-mannered cover band. And she just like fucking pissed on this dude. He was just like laying down and she just like mid song. I kind of respect her for like still like continuing the song while doing all this, but like she kept going with the song, but she just like pissed on this man, and it was so much goddamn piss. And not only that, my man was enjoying it so much, bro. He Triple H the piss, and I have no words for anyone willing to do
like
that.
He like spit like he pissed like he spit it out like like oh hell no.
He swallowed it.
Now hell
he
no.
full Triple H the shit. That's what I mean. Like,
well, I was telling CJ when he told me about the story, like, dog, that's like some people's kink out here to get peed on and like
some people living like that, right? Some people like that.
Now I have a couple questions. Now, what would you do if you were at this show and you saw this display of rock and roll happening?
Probably what everyone else in the crowd was doing. They were just like, "What the fuck is happening right now?" This is not what I expected to see tonight. Like,
I wouldn't want to be around no activity like that.
Yeah, it's just totally out of pocket, and it's just like the funnier thing to me was like the apology, because then the band comes out. It's like we had a great night, but lead singer she got carried away. This is not us. And then the apologies get progressively more profuse. It's kind of like first they were just like, let's hope this blows over. And then it's just like, we're going viral now. So we're really, really sorry now. And this is not who we are. And then like some of the band members are describing it just like, I'm the trombone player in the back. And then I got to explain to the students in my music class why there's a video of me, behind a lady pissing on someone's face on stage or something. Like, you gotta remember they're a cover band. These aren't like super famous, rich, like dudes. These are probably people with like regular ass jobs they got to go back to and be like, damn. This could have been our big break, but Cassie or whatever her name is wanted to go piss on someone's face on stage. Like,
so CJ, like if you were the bass player and your lead singer is up there pissing on somebody, do you keep playing the song? Like, do you play it off? The show must go on. What happens?
I've been a drunk lead singer, and I've also been a drunk, a non-drunk, musician. So I've been on both sides of it. I ain't never pissed on nobody. I ain't R. Kelly, but like, I've been too drunk playing a show. So like I have sympathy for that, but I don't have sympathy for like, why did you want to take it there to just be like, no, I'm just going to piss all over this guy. Like that's like 0 to 100. It's not like anything in between.
You're saying the show must go on like if you're drunk, but I think
that is a crime. That is it. But it's crazy because I mean it was non-consensual. Like she just started peeing. But it's crazy, bro? She does this in real life. Like this ain't her first time peeing on somebody, bro.
Well, I think it was super consensual. It was too consensual. My man was enjoying that way the fuck too much.
I mean, he saw the piss and he caught it.
Is she bad? Okay, I'm sorry.
But I'm just saying, like, you know what
does
that
it
means?
matter?
Like this is so they. I mean, I'm sure most of America will let Beyonce pee on them. I ain't even gonna hold you.
I don't know. We have to take a poll on that one.
Nah.
I'm sure this
America. That's over 50%.
How much she paying me?
I ain't doing it. Yeah, I'm about to say how much she paying me. Like
I love Rihanna, but you're not about to disrespect me, Rihanna.
So Nate, Tammy says
you about to say Tammy. I knew he about to say Tammy.
But look. Here you go to do. She said you can have me for the rest of your life, but I gotta pee on you once every 6 months
to renew our relationship.
Yeah, every 6 months she gotta pee. But it said, but you can have this for life, bro.
Biannually, she has to pee in your mouth.
I didn't say mouth specifically.
Not in my mouth.
Okay.
But biannually,
she can pee on my head and say it's rain.
That's what I'm saying. Piss has a statute of limitations.
Let me tell you something. I love Rihanna, but not in a million years will you ever piss on me. Like that's worse than spitting in somebody's face. Yeah, you do not respect me as a human if you piss on me.
I love metal and rock and roll, and I love taking your performance to the furthest heights. But I think I might have found my red line. You know, like
Rihanna says, "I will be with you for the rest of my life, and I give you 50-50 stake in Fenty, but I got pissed on you annually."
See, he's adding components. He's adding components. Look at what niggas do.
Piss has a statute of limitations, bro. It's all about what you.
Well, I'll put it to you like this. I'm like, okay, Rihanna. I mean, Robin. Okay, Robin. I would have to
real
go
name?
Yes. I would have to go talk to Chris Brown first, just to have a conversation first before we go any further. That's all I would say. I want to talk to your ex-boyfriend first. Because there's a reason why that shit was in that comment.
Chris Brown was with the P. He was the first one.
His first name is her real name is Robin.
Yes. Look, you about to hate on that.
See.
There you
go. I don't like her no more now. Like I'm not impressed.
Yes, Nate.
Her real name's not Rihanna.
Right.
Come on.
It's not.
That's her middle name. His real name is Beyonce.
I mean, most of these people have stage names. They're
I'm not impressed.
I don't like
it. There is no stage life. No, there's real life.
Oh my God.
She's faking it. I don't like it.
But even some actors don't even use their real name. Like they have screen names.
I know, like Jamie Foxx.
Exactly.
I don't like that nigga no way. I don't like that nigga either.
Nate the type of nigga, once he get her, he like, once he find out they're not a real, like, you normal, motherfucker. You a regular.
What?
You
this is a stage name?
Right.
This is your real name?
Listen, even if you was to get a Beyonce, you probably got some secrets to behold if you get a Beyonce behind a closed room door. Like, there's probably some stuff you don't know. She's probably a robot or something.
That nigga like, God damn, this bitch, her Libya big as a motherfucker.
That's what if all that shit comes off? All that shit. All of it. All of it's coming off.
Right.
All right. Now on to sports. The Wizards are number 1 in the East for the first time in like a few years. I don't want to say how many.
A gazillion years.
I don't want to say how many. But they got the new pieces in tow. They got Caldwell Pope, Kuzma, Harrell, Spencer Dinwiddie, who is a sleeper pick because he was actually like on pace to be an all-star when he was with the Brooklyn Nets. How you guys feel? I know you guys are Wizards fans, homers and stuff. You know, I'm proud of them. You know, I'm not really a Wizards fan, but how do y'all feel?
Very proud.
I'm not a Wizards fan, but I will gloat and say that I picked this and I called all of this to happen when they made that Westbrook trade. And niggas literally laughed at me in my face when I was like, the Wizards are my sleeper team in the East. Look out for them. And people are like, get the fuck out of here. You're crazy. They're not even going to make the playoffs, all this bullshit. And then, and I also wrote an article like 2 years ago saying the Wizards should have traded for Spencer Dinwiddie when John Wall exploded his knee in the kitchen or whatever the fuck happened. And
Whatever the fuck he was doing. It was like his Achilles or some shit.
Yeah, whatever the fuck happened. He slipped in his bathroom. Whatever the fuck the story was. It's just like, this is over.
He was smashing the IG model and his leg went out. That's what happened.
Yeah, and we're sticking with it. Like, that's basically what happened. Like, whatever he says basically is whatever we're going to say.
His kitchen at Rose Bar, whatever happened.
Rose Bar.
Right. He said the kitchen at Rose Bar.
But I wrote an article
he was getting his meal prep out of Rose Bar
2 years ago about how they should have traded for Spencer Dinwiddie or something, or a package like that. So like it is vindicating to see actually Spencer Dinwiddie on the Wizards in John Wall's spot playing super well. And then also, like I said, that trade is just, I didn't expect to go this way. I wasn't thinking like first place type shit, but I was like, I mean, you're getting so much depth in that trade. And then they had some unexpected leaps too. Like Howell Neto is playing better than last year. He's taking a leap. He's noticeably better and more confident. You're getting, you draft Corey Kispert, who hasn't really done shit yet, but he's another body in your rotation. So you have these nights where you can be missing Bertans, you can be missing Rui, you could be missing Beal, and they can still whoop the shit out of the Magic like they did last night. That's not something the Wizards could have done last year. They didn't have the depth to do it.
Beat the teams you're supposed to beat. All right.
Yeah, and then like they are the deepest team in the NBA. They have like 12 nearly starting and mostly starting caliber bodies. Like most teams just don't have that type of depth. Like that's a lot of fucking depth. There's going to be people scrapping for minutes when Rui, I don't know what the situation with Rui is. They've been very tight-lipped on that, but like him and Thomas Bryant get back in the mix, they're going to have to make some trades. They're going to have to chop this down because you got like 12 bodies that demand minutes that have been starters or borderline or first round picks. Like it's a good problem to have.
Yeah, I think so too. Fast.
I got a question. Why does this roster work rather than the roster they had when it was John Wall, Brad, who was Otto, and Marcin Gortat?
Depth. Like you just said it yourself. Who is the next best player after John and Brad? You talking about Otto Porter, Marcin Gortat? That's about it. You going down the bench is getting weak. So it's just
after
like
they get tired, right? After they get tired, it's over.
Yeah, like that's a lot of minutes and wear and tear too. Now Bradley Beal can score 24 a night instead of 30 a night, and they could still be crushing people because you got Kyle Kuzma is taking a leap. You've gotten players like that. So like even imagine like a bunch of players, like it's been games like that this season where 2 or 3 guys can have off nights and they can still win. They can still have 7, 8 players in double figures. Harold looks like the 6th man of the year right now. They have maybe the coach of the year right now. Judging them, Scott Brooks had them fucking allergic to defense, and now they're out there looking like
Wes Unseld Jr. now. Wes Unseld Jr. I'm like, that's all
Nate,
right.
what I kept telling you? I kept telling you about Scott Brooks. I was like, dog, I do not like it. He cannot coach, bro. I do not like Scott Brooks, bro. I saw what he did in OKC. I feel like I did not buy in Scott Brooks at all, bro.
I'm with you on that. It's definitely like a how could I say it, like a free flowing offense, which means he don't call no plays like shit. But it's like
no plays, bro.
It's like he's just like do your thing. Like,
not no one.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, CJ. Thank you. You remember all those years he had Westbrook take the final shot when you have KD on the team. What the hell are you doing?
That was always the question. It's just like, are you calling this play or is he just ignoring you? Both of those are a problem. So it's like
facts.
Either you're calling something and he's just saying fuck it and he's doing whatever, or you're calling that bullshit ass play. Like both of those are bad options. So either way, I'm off of Scott Brooks.
You should be living and dying with KD.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Russ is literally statistically like the worst clutch time shooter we've had in like a long time with those like go ahead threes. When you shoot like 29% from 3, it's like, I mean,
horrible.
I know teams that shoot better than 29% from 3. All right. All right, football. Washington Wizards. I mean, oh shit, my bad. Washington football team just
you talking about a winner.
Just relax. Washington football team just beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. How do you feel, Nate, as a Washington football team fan?
Feel great, man.
Going to the Super Bowl?
Nah. Hell no. I will say the next best thing that we could hope for is a repeat of 2012 with RG3. We was like 3-6. We were 3-6 going into week 9, and it was basically week 10 because we had a bye and everything. But we was 3-6, the same thing, same situation. Then we went on a 7-game win streak to finish the year off at 10-6. So only thing I guess we could hope for is Dallas to kind of start losing, and we just got to peak out and keep winning. You know, but that's a lot to ask for.
I was kind of hoping when Cam left the Patriots that he was to come to the Washington football team. I was kind of hoping that, but I see I have a quarterback. How much faith do you have in Tyler Heineke? Is he the quarterback? Is he QB1 for you, Nate, for the future?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I think so. I like his moxie, man. He's got a lot of heart, man. It takes a lot of heart to stand there and do the things he do, man. He take the ridicule. He's not scared. He do be overthrown sometimes, but I feel like he's good at taking the ridicule, and he's good at, you know, obviously fucking up. So.
I mean,
go ahead, CJ.
I've renounced my Washington football team fanship. I'm the man without a team. I've gone full nomad. I can't represent this.
You were on that same shit.
Me too.
That same shit. What?
It doesn't hurt anymore, does it?
I've crossed
it doesn't
off.
hurt anymore, does it?
It's like in Naruto, and like I've crossed off my headband. My headband, I've scratched it out. I'm a rogue.
A
rogue Washington football
headband. It's been somewhere.
He said it doesn't hurt no more, does it?
Like you can just watch football.
I had to detach emotionally from the team. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy to see him win for the city, but like I give no fucks. But I don't think Taylor Heineke is QB1 for me. Like I do respect his heart and moxie though. I agree with nearly everything you said. Like he has a lot of heart. I think he would be a top tier fucking backup or a placeholder, like a bridge quarterback, like kind of like what he is now. Like you have no better fucking option, or you have a young quarterback that, you know, that needs some time. I think he's like the perfect stopgap, but I really don't feel like he has a really good NFL arm though. His arm is like not super accurate and not super strong, which is like two things you kind of really need to be a franchise quarterback. But he is scrappy. He is he's got heart. He ain't scared. I mean, you love all that. Yeah. So you're saying like, so I can see why he's, you know, endeared himself to the locker room and the fans. Like, I mean, I love to see it, but I just think talent wise, I just don't think he has enough talent. You know what I'm saying? I think he's got more heart than he has actual like talent. Yeah, I think that's going to catch up with him. And I mean, they're 4-7, so it kind of already is catching up with him.
I kind of agree with CJ. That's why I was like, dog, can y'all at least look at Cam? Like, can you just get him?
That would have been a much better option still. Like, I like Heineke. Like I said, I've been here praising him, but it's just like Cam has a real NFL arm and pedigree, and like he can
he's
run
a former
and
MVP.
Do all the shit that Heineke does. But
he's a former MVP. He's been to a Super Bowl. So he's definitely got the experience for sure.
Heineke was his practice squad backup. Like,
oh shit. I'm happy Cam back in Carolina though.
Oh yeah,
I am too.
Yeah, he made the league look real fucking bad. This man just came in and immediately was just like scoring touchdowns.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. I'm like, dog, he's not a bad. I was telling Bama's at work. I'm like, bruh, Cam Newton is not washed up. It's impossible. He's not washed up. He's only like 30. What is going on? And he played
decent last year. Like, if you look at his running stats, too, it's like, he was pretty average as a passer, but he ran a fuck ton of touchdowns, and still in that lackluster ass year with the Patriots, like, I'll take that. And like, that was a COVID year and a bunch of weird shit with no weapons and all this. Like, dog, like Cam Newton's like, have you seen some of the fucking quarterbacks playing in the NFL? Like, whenever it's a black quarterback, it's just like they get immediately washed out the league after like one average season. When it's like, bro, like it's motherfucking Trevor Siemian and shit starting out here, dog. Like,
exactly.
You can have two bad games. Oh yeah, they're washed up. Well, like as a black QB, you do anything wrong, that's all they're gonna talk about the next day. Is how like, oh yeah, I knew he didn't have the ability or the depth or the this or the that.
Fucking racist as shit.
It'd be the same thing with Lamar Jackson. You know, like 1 week
people love to come out, wait for his downfall.
And I think it's crazy. And I think like people like because Mahomes is white passing, and I feel like if he was dark, he wouldn't get nearly the praise that he got.
Yeah,
that's a factoid. That's a factoid. Like, I felt like I said, Cam should have. I mean, his coach is over there. I mean, I don't know how he feels. I don't know how he feels about Ron Rivera even after they both left Carolina. But I was like, dog, like it would have been live if he was with us. I mean, y'all. I keep saying us. See, I have separation anxiety.
Because you're still there.
Sometimes I don't know. I don't know.
You're still there. That's why.
Here.
You're still here.
Your heart is.
I still have feelings. I still have feelings for the Redskins. But you know, I'm not a fan of any team at the moment. Yeah. Andy scored 2 touchdowns, 1 rushing, one passing. They was both at the goal line though. He's supposed to be QB1 next week. We'll see. I mean, they think he's going to start.
Oh yeah, this performance earned him QB1.
Who was the quarterback before he came here? Came back.
Sam Darnold.
He's ass, right?
He got hurt. Didn't he get hurt? Sam Darnold got hurt. Yeah.
Oh, he got hurt. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is that everything for sports? Any news? Oh, Chase Young tears his ACL.
Chase Young tore his ACL. All right.
WFT is cursed. WFT is cursed, everybody.
That was definitely a blow. That shit blew the shit out of me. How we lose Chase Young and we win the game?
He had a rough
what
season,
about Odell play tomorrow, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he played tomorrow. Yeah.
I still think he won't suck, but that's just me.
I mean, hey, look. To be honest, Nick, though, you're not the only one that's thinking that. Though, like, I'm really honestly hoping that he bounced back, but I just want to see if this is going to be what he's portraying it to be. Because he tried to make it seem like like it was like not saying it wasn't Baker. Baker is not your greatest quarterback.
He's fine. He's fine. He's serviceable. He's fine.
Yeah, right. He's like an average quarterback. He's like in the middle of the pack quarterback or whatever, but
but
Odell don't stay healthy.
Odell was dropping passes, bro.
He wasn't
he don't stay healthy. Like, it's a lot, bro. Like,
I heard a hot take.
Like I said, I want to see him bounce back.
I heard a hot take on the radio that says Odell is not as good as that one catch he had that was like a super highlight.
Yeah.
Y'all remember that catch?
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, is that true? Is he really like not good? Like, I thought he was
as good as the catch.
Good. He's not a superstar.
He's not as good as the catch, in my opinion. It's the catch was a superstar catch, but it's like your career didn't live up to that.
He probably has the athletic ability. The man just ain't working for it, if you ask me.
He's definitely got the athletic ability for
He's living off
the
star power.
He's living off that catch, though. Yeah, he's living.
Yeah,
and then to be honest, though,
like he thinks he needs to be a wide receiver.
That catch is 5 years old.
Facts.
That catch is 5 years old.
Like he is nobody. He's not gonna be nobody's wide receiver 1 unless he goes to a shitty team.
I mean, like I said, I hope he bounce back from this. I don't think he's going to take Cooper Kupp's situation away, because Cooper Kupp is obviously their number 1 receiver. But I don't think that. Yeah, he's like that. He's good. They said he on pace to break the Jerry Rice record or some shit like that for single season receptions or yards or some shit like that or something crazy. But I don't know, man. We're gonna see. We're gonna see how all this star power work. I just know when you start getting all these stars, it's a lot of expectation that come with that, man. A lot of teams can't handle that.
Right. Is that everything for sports? Before we move on to Puffco politics.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
All right. Time for Puffco politics. Now, man, me and CJ were talking on the phone the other day, and he spit out a fact for me, right? He said that right now, weed has a higher approval rating than Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. And I'm like, how is that possible?
Combined.
Can you please elaborate, please, Pastor Jizzle?
I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Like, people fucking hate politicians and they fucking really like weed, but somehow weed is still illegal, and it's kind of ridiculous. And then there was a new poll for Congress as well. Congress has a 12% approval rating. These are niggas that are supposed to, you elect, that they're supposed to represent you. Do you know how fucking low that is? Think of a Rotten Tomato score of 12%. That's like what Congress is doing right now. Like that's
like the Dragon Ball Z movie.
Yeah, oh my God.
That's the performance our elected officials are doing right now. Wherever you can just ask, what is that? about 88% of people on the street, and they're gonna be like, no, I fucking hate those guys. Like they suck. Like,
I fucking hate those guys.
What you're gonna fucking run into, which is kind of a problem if that many people are unhappy with the people that are supposed to actually represent them. So especially the weed thing, I was more focused on the weed thing just because personally I'm invested in that issue particularly. And then also,
we all are.
The Democrats have been panicking about their low approval ratings because they suck and they haven't done anything since they've been in office. And they're like, how the fuck are we going to get people to the polls when there's this super, super duper obvious answer that requires no votes that can be done via executive order today with a swipe of a pen? It's just, you could legalize weed. Like you could just take it off the schedule list. You could just do that super easy. Joe Biden, for all the shit that people don't like him for as much as he sucks, he does that, immediately becomes the most popular president in modern history. Like if you legalize weed and you release the nonviolent drug offenders in jail for weed, that's all you gotta do, dog. You can do that. You don't need no votes. You don't need no Congress. You don't need no Republicans. You don't need no fucking bullshit excuse negotiations. You just do that with a pen, bro. Most base shit ever. You know how many, like you'll be a legend. You'll be the fucking president that finally legalized weed. I'm like, people will fuck with you. People will forget about half the shitty things he did and all the people he locked up for weed with his shitty crime bill.
Kanye in his new interview on Drink Champs says, at the very end of it, he said he's running for president in 2024. So my question to you, CJ, is if he was to actually have a chance to actually be president, what platforms could he make his presidency around? Like what could be his, what do they call it? His campaign slogans and his objectives.
Well, that was the problem last time he ran because I followed his run last time. I follow this. I'm actually like, it breaks my heart, but like I'm also like Kanye West is like one of my favorite musical artists like ever of all time, and like
me too.
It's sad to see where he's at now from the glory days and just like his mental health and all the shit he's been through and all that. But he didn't really have a platform. That's the issue with Kanye. He's too erratic. He was following Trump, and then he realized that was like not the move. And after everybody was like roasting him and shit, and then he like did like some research, like, oh, that nigga was using me. Like, no shit. That's what everybody was saying, bro. Like that was the super obvious. Like, so now he doesn't fuck with Trump, but he's still like on some like weird like right wing shit. He was like fucking with Candace Owens and them for a while, and like he was just on some shit. Like we were talking about on the phone. Like he's like too gullible. He even said like you'll just say some shit. And you just believe in like all the people surrounding you are trying to take advantage of you. And that it doesn't help. You're in the tax bracket of people who are going to be mostly assholes. And like, that just is what it is. But like, he just had no platform. This was actually the perfect opportunity. If Kanye actually ran on some shit with like we were just talking about with the approval rating and the way people fucking hate Trump and Biden and all these people, like this nigga might have a chance, bro. Like if Trump could become president, it's not super crazy that if Kanye actually had a savvy team of political operatives around him like Trump did, because Trump's a fucking moron too. Like, not the genius. Like, it's the people who are handling him who are really smart and like around him and making him do shit. So it's like not like Trump is some genius. So presumably, if Kanye had some smarter, savvier people around him, he actually could make some waves. Like, I don't think it's crazy to think he could become president. But
I think Kanye has a legit chance.
The only reason he doesn't is because like he has no platform. Like last time he ran on like God. He was like, we're gonna be a nation of God. Like, what does that mean, bro? Like,
what does that mean, bro?
That's super vague. You need some taxes? Like, what is your position on stuff?
So my question is, CJ, like, all right, if he comes out and be like, okay, my platform is legal weed, my platform is clean energy. They always fucking throw out clean energy every time somebody's running, but they never explain it. Clean energy, more housing, more Montessori, whatever. Like, would that actually work in his favor and actually get him the presidency?
Well,
would America accept that shit?
Yeah, on the Drink Champs like interview, he briefly in one of his crazy rants, I don't know if it was just drunk, sporadic thoughts, but he briefly mentioned something about UBI with his like NFC shit and universal basic income. If he ran on that would be strong. If that's something he actually believes in and like fucks with, that would be a strong platform he can run on, universal basic income, while like everyone's fucking poor right now. Like that's basically like a check to keep you out of dire poverty, like monthly, just like almost like a welfare check, but for everyone. So it's just like everyone has a universal basic, like Andrew Yang was running on this, where it's like everyone, there's going to be like no crushing poverty because at least you're going to get this UBI check to be able to at least like pay your bills and shit, even if you're in between jobs. It's something to stimulate the economy for everyone. It's different ways to implement it. Some ways make a little more sense than others, but like not a terrible idea to run on right now after COVID and people really fucking hurting right now. People are hurting before COVID. Before COVID, half the country made $30,000 or less. That was before the pandemic, and it's far worse after COVID. So you just like can't imagine how fucking poor more like most people are. And then people like Elon Musk, who came up by like over $100 billion just under the, period of the pandemic. Like shit is getting bad. So if Kanye actually ran on some Bernie Sanders shit, he fucking win in a landslide. But like, I don't think has the people smart and savvy enough to tell him to do that shit. Or like Kanye, as much as I love him, he does come off as extremely out of touch with normal people, which is not going to help when he's like trying to get votes of normal ass people. When he's talking about problems that don't really relate to normal ass people, he's like always talking about like some millionaire problems and shit.
Billionaire, like dog. If you could pick up all the goddamn names he dropped in the interview, like Jesus Christ,
that was pretty funny.
That was 3,000 names. Like, I was sitting next to Elon Musk and Anna Wintour at the same time, and I was looking at Jay-Z, and I said, "Oh shit!" I'm like, "God damn!" Right. He just says like, but I do like Kanye for actually setting people down, like people that normal people or black people can't really sit next to, basically. Like he's enough to be in a room with these people that can actually influence the earth rather than their constituents or whatever. Like I like the fact that he said he likes to talk to people and get people together and try to come up with shit that'll help everybody. But he just comes off like the crazy guy with the styrofoam hat on talking about the robot aliens are coming. But he actually is very, very, very intelligent, very trying and stuff. I understand. Like I feel like that's almost like a language you would have to understand to watch his interview. Because if you just watch it, you'd be like, "Dog, this nigga's fucking crazy." But if you like understand the way he talks, like, okay, he's going somewhere. He just spits out everything in his brain at one time.
He's not a good public speaker.
He's not.
Yeah.
His thoughts don't come across properly. Like you said, he just spits things out. I don't know if he's nervous or a bit. I'm not going to say manic, but he has a lot of ideas and he can't articulate his ideas. And you can tell because his ideas come through his music very well. So you can tell like there's a lot of thinking going on up there. He just don't know how to put it. And that's why he needs, like CJ said, he needs good people on his team. Somebody who could take his ideas, formulate them, translate them, make them palatable for an audience, and then say, "Hey, Kanye, read exactly what the fuck is on this paper."
Like, dog, can you imagine Kanye at the debate? He's gonna be all over the place. So they're like, Kanye, run over time, Kanye. You have to let the other person speak.
There's gonna be so many quotables, man.
Kanye's gonna be memeable as hell.
You don't have the answers for this, Sway.
Yeah, Kanye's memeable as hell, but he really needs somebody who can say like, all right, Kanye, look, we're gonna coach you. We're gonna coach you heavily. We're gonna give you some note cards, bro. Don't deviate. Don't deviate, please, bro. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why like they get Trump on that teleprompter and be like, certain situations is acceptable for you to like, what I'm saying, go off the top. But remember when Kanye was running, they let him go off the top, and that's when he was like, fucking that weird campaign event where he was like crying, talking about like, I killed my fucking kid or something. And it's just like talking about Kim's abortion.
All over the place.
Like, it was just like, that's why you can't let that nigga go off script. Cause it's gonna be like, what the fuck this is a campaign event.
All over.
What the fuck are you talking about, dog?
Wearing a bulletproof vest. Who's trying to shoot you, Kanye? What is happening? What is happening here, Kanye? Why are you wearing a bulletproof vest and talking about you running for president? Like, what are you talking about right now?
And then again, he had no platform. I remember watching the campaign commercial, and it was long as shit too. It was like almost 2 minutes, and he was just like, "God, we gonna be a nation of God again." Like, that's not a policy though. And then also, like, that is antithetical to America. We're not a theology. That's like some Saudi Arabia shit. It's like, we're gonna have a state official religion. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, niggas need like higher wages and shit. Like, just do the basic shit,
like,
bro.
Dog, those two interviews, like he would start off talking about one thing, and then he breaks off into like a Snapple fact that only billionaires know. And then he'd be like, "Yeah, but I was talking to Elon Musk, and I was sitting down with Mike Tyson the other day, and we was all just, like, yeah, what were you talking about again?" Like, I was like, "Oh my goodness!" Like, he's all over the place, but I kind of speak that language, so to speak, the way he talks or whatever. All right. Is that everything? I think that's all the topics.
I think that's everything that was in the chat.
Oh man, definitely all over the place though. Definitely reminds me of you. It's like a retarded language I speak.
No. You can't say the R word. Hey,
a slow language I speak.
Edit that word out. Oh, it's slow. That's a lot better.
Slow.
Hey, you have your handle up there, so they're gonna cancel you, not us, when they come for your ass.
They can't cancel me. They can't cancel me. I'll never be canceled.
They're gonna leave bad reviews on the Cut app. Like, oh my God, he was cursing all the time.
I'm gonna delete it and make another one.
All right, is that all the topics for this evening?
Yeah, is that everything?
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, I say so.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. My man CJ is coming back in town next week. We have the bonfire next week, everybody. That's going to be a very, very special episode also. Yes. Thank you for joining us on a new episode of Smokin FIYA. I was your host, LK the God, the deity, the mogul. I was here with C Jizzle live from Liberty Sizzle, aka Puffco Poppy, Quad Aiden from the Cut app, and What's He Snipes, Nick at Night, Sniper Elite. Go follow us go subscribe on YouTube. Go follow us on FIYASquad on IG, FIYASquad NTWK on Twitter. Go buy some merch. We post the link fly everywhere, the link fly and the Linktree. Go try our sponsor, Phenomenon Cocktails. Put in the code word FIYA to get 10% off on our products. Thank you for joining us. Tell someone you love them, gang.
Gang. I love you guys.
Love you too, bro.